It's 5 p.m. It's 5 p.m.
You're watching Polkas After Dark.
Are you guys ready up there? Okay, just give me a second. All right. All right, quiet on the set.
Five, four, three, two, one. Let's start the party. Broadcasting around the world. It's Polkas After Dark. This is your number one internet station. The music you love right here, right now. Now, your award-winning IJs, voted number one by the members of the United States Polka Association 3 consecutive years in a row, 2023, 2024, and 2025. Here's your host of Polkas After Dark, Rob and Jerry.
Good afternoon, good evening, whatever it is, it's all good because we are here with you.
And you're here with us.
On Polkas After Dark. And let's see here. Boy, is it a warm one today. It's 83 degrees outside. We've got the air conditioner cranking.
Yes.
I've got a bunch of different things going on here behind the scenes. And had to change a shirt because, unfortunately, do you see
green.
this? That was the shirt that I just had on that I had to take off right away.
He was invisible, and just his head was floating around. And I'm like, you need a different shirt.
It's like, okay, well, there's some black in it.
Yeah, most of him you could see through. So we're fixed. Phew.
Jeez, whiz. Hey, Jimmy. Jimmy Kazmierczak, hello to you from Florida. We welcome you. Marian Cielecki. Hello to you. She says, hey, it's not dark. We kind of figured that out.
If you close your eyes, it is.
Oh, boy. Let's see. Dingus Day. Val is here. Basha Lynn, we're going to be seeing you in a couple of weeks. That's going to be nice. You and Bob. Also, we're going to say hi to Sharon Golden. And again, welcome to Polkas After Dark. We're excited because in just a little bit, we're going to be talking live with Mr. Mike Cielecki. He's going to be here. We also want to say hi once again to Jeff and Gail Franzek Jail, a.k.a. Gail. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Gail. Happy birthday to you. That's all you get for the $3. Let's see. Who else is here? Mike Laws is here. Hello to you, Mike. It looks like Paula.
She said, I need a propel.
Uh-oh. And you don't have one. Uh-oh.
Not with me just yet.
No,
I'll have to get up
yet.
and get one.
Yes, you will. Chris Curtis is here. We got a good crowd in here already. Holy smokes.
You know who's with us
great.
today?
Who?
Is Wide World of Trains. He's back. That's so great. It is great to see you again.
Wow.
And we've got Lynn from Min. Lynn from Min.
Lynn from Minnesota.
She said, hi, guys. Mike is a great musician. Glad you are having him on today. Hi, Mike.
Yeah.
I'll pass that on when he gets on.
Yeah. Let's see here. Who else did we want to say hello to? Kim Rosette. Kimmy's here. Hi, Kimmy. And also, let's see, who else did we have? Did I say hello to Helena Garbach?
No.
I think I did not. So let's go ahead and get this party started. Here's a song by the Rainbow Valley Dutchman featuring Mike on one of the many instruments that he plays. I believe it's trumpet right here. But you're tuned to Polkas After Dark. We do appreciate it. No, my blood pressure isn't sky high. I just have to fix the lighting because I look like I'm all red over here. Oh, look at that. If I move my hand there, my face.
Oh my God, people don't care.
I know.
Play some music.
Okay. Hey, there you go. That's Ray and the Rainbow Valley Dutchman. You're tuned to Polkas After Dark. We're going to be talking live with Mike Cielecki in just a little bit. Let's see who all is here. Looks like Chris Tansky is front and center. She's our Buffalo Polka Booster president. It looks also like Mr. Freddie Edelman is here. Hello to you, Fred. Mary Lou Czerniak is joining. Hi, everyone. Oh, Mike is such a versatile professional player. Sings too. Oh, I didn't know that. Thank you very much for that there, Ms. Mary Lou. Didn't get a chance to ask him about that, but I'm sure we will. Donna Novak is here. That also means that probably Bruce Michaels is here with us. Marcia Rocca Moscato, she's tuned in. to Polkas After Dark. Hey, we've got some great tunes that we're going to be playing here today. And how about something just a little bit different? Here is Craig Ebel and the Diversico, a little bit of Take Me Back to Tulsa.
Dress on, some folks call her Dinah. Stole my heart away from me, way down in Louisiana. Take me back to Tulsa, I'm too young to marry. Take me back to Tulsa, I'm too young to marry. Makes the honey, poor man throws the cotton, rich man makes the money. Take me back to Tulsa, I'm too young to marry. Take me back to Tulsa, I'm too young to marry. Travel all over this country, playing by the hour. Take me back to Tulsa, I'm too young to marry. Take me back to Tulsa, I'm too young to marry. Too young to wed thee.
Nice tune. There you go. That is, of course, Craig Ebel and Diversico. A little bit of Take Me Back to Tulsa. It's a catchy tune, actually.
It is.
You know, it's one of those that has just the finesse of the basic words. But now I'll be singing that tomorrow when I wake up in the morning.
Got that Cajun sass to it.
Yeah. Hey, polka music at its finest. You're tuned to Polkas After Dark. We thank you guys for stopping in here. We're going to say hello to Carolyn Renee, Danny Roy, Linda Petrozeski.
They're all hanging at the pool.
They're all basking in the sunshine. Long overdue for Buffalo, that's for sure.
It was cool coming home from work today. They had all the motorcycles were out. All the really cool cars were out looking, like they were going to a car show this morning.
Oh.
And then on the way home, there were all these motorcycles out. And I'm like, it is definitely summer now. God. It's about time.
Yes. Here. Who's going to Springs?
Not us.
Not us, unfortunately.
Noses.
Yeah. Mike's Cajun accordion fun. Mike was playing accordion. Okay. See, I know he plays trumpet. I know he plays accordion. I know he plays some banjo. We're going to have a lot of fun talking with him because unfortunately, we only got a chance to say hello, hi, how are you, and all that stuff at the U.S.P.A. a couple of years ago when Mr. Chris Ebel was awarded the New Horizon Award. Now, gosh, and I want to say that's been quite a few years already. Hey, we are going to say hello to Mr. Mark Hahn. Mark is here. Also, Linda Niewiarowski. Hello to you, Linda. Hello, all eating jambalaya at Kevin Altenberg's
Sounds
house.
great.
There you go, Kevin Altenberg. There's another master of disguise. Love his playing. Good gosh. Vanessa Nemchuk, she is here as well. We've got a great crowd here in Facebook, also in YouTube, and we're going to play some more polka music for you right now. Dutchman style. Here's Carl and the Country Dutchman. Here's one called the Ponderosa Polka.
Make plans today to join us for the 51st Annual Polka Fireworks Festival at Seven Springs. The fun runs from Wednesday, July 1st through Saturday, July the 4th. We start things out with our welcome party featuring a honky tribute to Ray J and the Carousels. There will be pool parties, volleyball and pickleball tournaments, and the 42nd Annual Litwin Concertina Jam and musical entertainment by some of the finest bands. Lenny Gomulka on the Chicago Push, the New Generation Band, the Dynabrass, Crusade featuring Eddie Biegaj, Ryan Joseph and All Access, Frankie Lishka and the Blue Magic, Larry Trojek and the Live It Up Band, and the Polka Family Band. Don't delay. Make your reservations today by calling Seven Springs at 855-947-0438 and be sure to ask for the Polka Fireworks group rate. We'll see you on the mountain.
Hey, see you on the mountain. I know that Carolyn and Renee, Danny Roy are going to be heading out there, and I think also maybe Linda P. might be heading out in that direction. Hey, we're going to play some more polka music for you right now. Here's a tune most appropriate for today anyhow, as it's 82, 83 degrees. Would like to know what the temperature is where you're at. Look at that. Chris Ebel's here. He can't wait for the interview. We can't either, Christopher. And again, welcome to Polkas After Dark. It looks like Ray Bejewick Jr. is here from Ohio. As I mentioned, most appropriately titled, here is one called Snowman Polka. coming in right here with the Buffalo Polka Booster picnic announcement here. Check this out, folks.
Join us Sunday, July 19th, 2026 for the Buffalo Polka Booster 56th Annual Summer Picnic from 2 until 7 p.m. Music will be provided by 7 at Clocks Grove, 1245 Seneca Creek Road, West Seneca, New York, 14224. Food will be served from 3 until 6 p.m. Burgers, hot dogs, Italian sausage with peppers and onions, watermelon, chef salad, and homemade macaroni salad. Members are $35, guests are $40, children up to the age of 12 are free. Ticket price includes music, food, beer, soda, and water. There's also a cash bar available. Pre-sale tickets only, no exceptions, limited amount of tickets available. No tickets will be sold after July 8th, and no tickets will be sold at the door. For tickets, call Chris at 716-771-1076 or Jen at 716-912-9393.
And if you watched Polkas After Dark's live version Saturday, June the 13th, you know that Jerry and I mentioned that if you're coming in from out of state and you've never attended the Buffalo Polka Booster Picnic, now's your chance. For guests only, non-members, Polkas After Dark is offering you $10 off your $40 admission to the Buffalo Polka Booster Summer Picnic 2026. For details, call Chris Tansky at 716-771-1076 and let her know that you want to take advantage of this Polkas After Dark special pricing, and your admission ticket will only be $30, and that includes food, music, beer, pop, and soda. See you at the Buffalo Polka Booster Picnic, July the 19th. That's great. We're going to see some people from out of state, which is really nice, and we'd love to see you too. If you aren't doing anything on the 19th, please make sure that you come out and join us at the Buffalo Polka Booster Picnic, because that's going to be a fun time. Jerry and I always get a chance to spend our anniversary there, and as a matter of fact, we are going to be turning 16 years old on our
We're
anniversary.
getting so old.
Yeah, I know. I can't believe 16 years.
We just have to look at our granddaughter.
We've only been married for 2, so people are scratching their head like 16. How the hell did that happen?
Yeah, that's
we
what
agree.
I said.
We agree. Jason Flynn is here. Hello to you, Jay, and your lovely missus. Let's see, who else is here? Jerry, am I missing anybody?
I have no idea. People's names have been flying by so quickly.
Let's see here. I noticed that Dan Liskevich is in here.
Yeah, he's hanging out in Florida.
Oh, everybody's... Why
Everybody's
is everybody
somewhere.
down in Florida watching the show
somebody's in
today?
Louisiana.
That's crazy.
Ted Collado said he's in
Collada's in
Shreveport.
Louisiana. Yep,
And
he
it's
sure is.
96 there.
And Jimmy Kazmierczak is also down there in Florida. Mike Laws, I don't think Mike's in Florida yet, but I think he's going to buy a place down there, as a matter of fact. Last time we checked. Hey, Dave Maguda and Julie are here. Hello. Also, Andrew Haverlick. And I'm going to be getting Mr. Mike on the vocal. Mr. Mike on the phone. Let's go ahead and bring this song up. Here's one called Ukrainia Polka. Here's the Music Connection. There you go, the music connection. That's a little bit of Ukrainia. You're tuned to Polkas After Dark. We so thank you so much for stopping by here on a Sunday afternoon. We know you guys have a lot of things on your plates, and we do too, because we've got a very special guy here out in the Minnesota area that we are going to be bringing on right now. And his name, of course, is Mike Cielecki. And let's see, I'm going to just bring this up, and I'm going to ask the infamous question. Michael, can you hear me?
I certainly can, Robin. Your voice is as beautiful as your not green shirt.
my not
Your
green
not
shirt.
green shirt.
That's cute.
That's good.
I had to go with the purple this time, but geez, a whiz. Hey, Mike, thanks again for taking the time out of your busy schedule. You know, you have a lot of things on your plate that you guys are traveling and everything like that. But I do have to start out the traditional way with the traditional question, and that is, Mike, how old were you when you heard your first polka?
Oh, you always ask that, and I knew you were going to. It's a tough one for me to answer because it was young enough that I probably really don't remember for sure. My parents were U.S. immigrants from Germany and Romania. They lived through World War II over there and immigrated to the U.S. In the 1950s, and both settled in the Davenport, Iowa area. So the first polkas I heard were likely more European folk music, not anything that we would have been hearing today at the dances. So, and then, I don't know, I suppose around 10 years old or so, I recall dances that our church would put on, and there would always be polkas there, of course. A couple of bands, Bud and Stan was a duo that played. Stan Mueller was an accordion player with Paulson's Dutchman in Davenport, Iowa. And Rosie's Polka Dots was another band that I would have heard early on.
Oh, wow. Interesting. Now, I do have to ask you this because you and I did get a chance to chat briefly before this, and thank you very much not only for sending over some wonderful pictures, but also some great tunes. Tell us about the Dutchman music. You know, polka music is awesome no matter what we play, whether it's the Chicago style, Eastern style, Cleveland style of Slovenian. But tell us when Dutchman music actually came about, if you even know. But tell us how long you've been playing Dutchman music.
A lot of it has to do with the part of the U.S. that you probably grew up in as to what style of polkas that you would hear. Okay. The Midwest is definitely German and Czech oriented, especially Iowa. Iowa has a very large Czechoslovakian immigrant population. The town I grew up in was Durant, Iowa, and that was just about 40 or 50 miles southeast of Cedar Rapids, Iowa, and lots of Czech immigrants there. And the Dutchman style sort of evolved from that Czech and Bohemian polka music that was brought over from over there. Certainly, much different than Polish, very tuba heavy in terms of the bass portion of that, and lots of brass in a lot of the bands. Very, very definitive style. The Czech version of the Dutchman style is real prevalent in Iowa and very much so in Nebraska and those very central states.
And we understand that you are very good friends with some good friends of ours, Mr. Gary Bruggen out there. A lot of people call it Bruggen. You heard me say that yesterday if you tuned in, folks. But Gary Bruggen, great Ridgeland Dutchman band, fantastic concertina player. But we know that we share that friendship, you and I, along with Gary. Have you worked with Gary's band?
I have worked with Gary's band, not a lot, I would say, but he was calling me every so often, and I played with him a fair number of times. Actually, I played more so with his cousin Brian.
Brian, okay.
Yeah, Brian Bruggen, a very, very musical family as well. And actually, I'm still playing with Brian on and off when I'm not with the Music Connection, which is the band that I'm with full time now at this point. If I have a weekend free and Brian calls and needs somebody, I'll play with him fairly often anymore.
Awesome. And what are the instruments that you play? And secondly, I have noticed, thank you very much, I had requested you send me a picture of that banjo. I want to talk a little bit about that, but let's go ahead and find out, what instruments do you currently play, Mike?
I started out on piano. I was 7 years old when I started on piano. Went from there to accordion. And once I started playing instruments in school, of course, I went to a small public school in Iowa there and got into the brass instruments. So through high school, being from a small town, the band directors like to switch you around on instruments depending on what instrument they needed more of.
Sure.
So I started on trumpet and then French horn and baritone horn.
Oh, wow.
Some trombone. On some of the recordings with Carl and the Country Dutchman, Carl's grandfather in school played a horn called a mellophone. Kind of looks like a French horn, very, very mellow sounding, just like the name. So play that a little bit. And then banjo is an instrument that I picked up while I was playing with Carl because I get bored as he played the concertina solos so often. So I needed something to do, so I picked up banjo. And then vocals were a focus for me for quite a while. I was actually in a couple of different a cappella vocal groups over the years as well.
Awesome. So what bands have you performed with? I know you've recorded with quite a few, but I'm sure you've played with some bands that you haven't recorded with. And also, what's your favorite musical instrument to play? Because when you're playing trumpet, you do that very, very well, but I didn't know. Kim mentioned something about, he played accordion on this. And so you're very, very talented with what you do and extremely gifted. But what is your favorite instrument? What do you like to play?
I would have to say favorite instrument is probably trumpet.
Okay.
The downside to that is it's a very unforgiving instrument. If you don't keep up your work on it, it's really easy to get out of shape. And I would have to confess I probably don't play enough anymore. There were a lot of years in the late 70s and through the 80s and 90s. I was playing horn 3 nights a week for the most part, and that's pretty easy to stay in shape when you do that. But when you're playing a lot less, you have to keep working on it. So, but still like trumpet a lot. Accordion is fun, especially duets. You're going to hear me say this probably a couple of times as we talk. Harmony is really my thing.
Yeah.
I absolutely love, especially 3 and 4 part harmonies even. So if I can do duets with someone with accordion, whether that be with a concertina player or a button box or another accordion player, really fun. I love that.
Yeah. Now, you mentioned button box. Have you played button box? Do you play, or have you ever attempted?
I haven't, but next time you see my wife Kim, you have to poke at her a little bit and say, "Have you picked up that button box yet?"
No.
Because she loves the sound of it, and I got her one year as a gift.
Oh, holy
and of
smokes.
course, we've been traveling the countryside and playing with other bands and whatnot, so she hasn't had a chance to really get into it very much. But the other day she did. She picked it up, and she just needs to keep going with it. So
Beautiful. That's great. Now, does she play keyboard? Does she play piano?
she does. She plays piano. She's an accordion player as well. So actually, she played with her
Awesome.
dad's band for quite a few years. Her dad went by the stage name of Uncle Ozzy,
Ozzy.
and they played. They were located in central Wisconsin, and she was with them for quite a few years.
Awesome. Hey, Mike, when you're not listening to polka music, what is your personal favorite genre that you like to listen to? Whether you're driving down the street or, driving down the road for a gig. What's your favorite? What tickles your fancy?
That's a hard one to pick. You're asking me questions that are like, which one is your favorite child, right?
Sure.
So harmonies, like I said before, are really my thing, and I love the horns, of course. So horn bands are probably my favorite genre of music. Bands like Tower of Power,
Oh,
Earth, Wind, and Fire,
yes.
Steely Dan, all of those horn driven bands.
Yeah.
I just absolutely love them. And there's one there's one band in particular, and actually, if you talk to any of the guys in the Music Connection band, they would agree with me. We're all huge fans of the Mavericks.
Yeah.
And they've got horns in the band the vast majority of the time. And the hard part about the Mavericks is it's hard to put them into a genre. Are they country? Are they rock? Are they Latin? Are they something else? We don't really know, and we don't really care. We just love them a lot.
Huge.
So,
So I take it you're a big Chicago fan too, then.
oh, I certainly am.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard them a number of times. Matter of fact, for a while there, they were doing tours with Chicago and Earth, Wind, and Fire together,
Oh,
and I've been to see them, I think twice that I remember. So, and Chicago on their own once before that. So,
oh. Well, I heard Chicago one time. This was back in the early 90s. And they played a place which is no longer in existence here in Western New York called Melody Fair. And believe it or not, they were the opening band for, and I hope I don't botch this up. Oh gosh, it was the British team, the two guys, Air Supply. That's who it was, Air Supply.
oh sure,
And
yep.
I don't know if they're British or not, but anyhow, they were opening for them. I really didn't hear anything about Chicago as far as they were going to be there, because when we got our tickets, it's, oh, Air Supply's going to play, Air Supply's going to play, this is going to be good. Well, when they took the stage, that place lit up like nobody's business, and it's nice when you're tapping your feet and you can sing some of the words to the songs. And I was just elated with that. It was awesome. So I know exactly what you're talking about. Now, I'm going to be going back and forth with a whole bunch of things, but I see in a lot of pictures that you and Kim have traveled a good bit. And you had mentioned something about, yeah, we've got a bucket list. We're kind of checking these off. Where are some of the places that you have gone, not necessarily to perform, but where's some of the places that you and Kim have visited this past year, or maybe two?
Oh, the most recent ones that we did, we took a trip with two of Kim's cousins, and we went to Charleston area and Myrtle Beach, and that we spent about a week doing that. Had a great time with that trip for sure. And just before that, we were only home for a few days in between. Just before that, we had taken a trip, definitely on the bucket list. We did a British Isles cruise and went to London for 4 days prior to that with a couple of great friends of ours, Sparky and Jean Bierman. Sparky's a great tuba player in the Dutchman style as well, so we traveled pretty well together, so they were along with us for that trip. London was fantastic.
Oh, wow. What's your most favorite so far? I mean,
Oh, boy, that's really tough. I really like Europe a lot, especially the Alpine mountain areas. So Austria, Switzerland,
uh,
Italy. Italy is fantastic. We for our honeymoon cruise years ago, we sort of had the trip of a lifetime. We started out and set the bar really, really high with that one. And we had a chance to go to France and Italy and Croatia and all kinds of different countries all at once because the cruise stopped at a different port every day.
oh, that is totally amazing. It's very rare that Jerry and I get out of any place here outside of Western New York. Our biggest thing is we're going to a wedding, her nephew is getting married down in North Carolina, so we're going to be heading down there in October. But we get a chance to visit a lot of the I.P.A., the U.S.P.A., C.P.A. dances and stuff like that, which are very, very prevalent here. More on, I want to say, the eastern coast or mid coast anyhow. Let's go ahead and find out. You have recorded several recordings, Mike, and tell us some of the studios that you've recorded in.
Most of those are in Iowa and Minnesota, right here in the Central States. The very first studio I ever recorded in was a studio called Cherrywood Studios. That was put together in Cedar Falls, Iowa, by a guy by the name of Johnny Durham. Very interesting character. I don't know if you recognize that name at all.
I do, but I can't put my finger on who Johnny Durham is.
He was a performer and songwriter and arranger who got his start in all of that out in Hollywood, California, actually. Moved to Nashville for that music scene and was involved there for a while. Then later on, after he got a little bit weary of the performance and music business world, he decided to teach and moved to Iowa to follow a teaching job there. Oh. And it was sort of during or after that time period, after he was established as a teacher, he actually started work to build a 24-track studio in his basement in Cedar Falls. And he heard us perform. That was with my very first band, the Polka Chips. We'll talk a little bit more maybe later about that as to how that all came about. But he heard us at one of the festivals that we were playing at and asked us if we'd be interested in doing a recording. And we did 2 albums with him. Very interesting story, because after we got through with the second album, I was 16 at the time, and we finished that second album up, and he knew at that point that he unfortunately had leukemia and didn't have a long time left to do what he was doing. And he actually asked me if I would be interested in living with him for a summer and learning the ropes of the recording business. And he was going to teach me the studio and all of that. And he says, when we're done with that, the studio is yours. You can have it. And, being 16 years old, you think that's a fantastic idea, but your parents don't necessarily agree with that. Sure. And I fully understand that, because it's not a career decision that you should probably make at 16.
Right. Understandable.
Yeah. So I didn't do that. But he was a great guy, very interesting man and nice studio. Then recorded later with Audio Design in Waverly, Iowa, and with Craig Ebel. We were at Track Studios in St. Paul, Minnesota. Most of the recording that I've ever done was actually with JBM Sound, run by a guy by the name of Jerry Minar. He is a fantastic concertina player and actually was the builder of Hengel's concertinas for a number of years after Christy Hengel got out of the business. Jerry Minar took that over from him. And Jerry, over the years, has recorded over 400 albums in his studio, in his house, and live albums on the road and all kinds of things. So he does a fantastic job. Retired from that now at this point, but still working on concertinas.
Lynn from Min says, Mike is amazing, and so far from this interview, Lynn, we have to agree with you. It's just amazing stuff. Hey, so I understand you do sing. Do you sing in Polish at all?
I fake it pretty well.
So do you write it down phonetically, or how do you do it? Or you just do it by memory?
if you listen to it enough times over and over, you kind of
Yep.
get the way it sounds. So unfortunately, I don't understand it. I can pick up bits and pieces over time, from people that tell me, oh, this means that, and you remember some of that, but not a lot. Actually, Kim knows more than I did. I think she took a semester of it, and semester or two of Polish in college.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, she surprised me actually on our honeymoon cruise. The piano player in the lounge on the boat was from Poland, and she had a brief little exchange with him in Polish, and it surprised me because I didn't know that she was quite that fluent. So
beautiful. And also, it's nice to see some folks here. Mary Lou Cerniak says, love this interview. So much musical history. And we also have Amber Raymakers on. And of course, we want to wish our two favorites, Xander and Helena, good luck and great success on that upcoming CD. We can't wait to get a hold of that and play that, because this is going to be their first, I think, of many releases.
Well, and I hope to see them all in Pulaski coming up here in a few weeks, because I'm headed over there. I wouldn't miss that one. So,
are you going to be working with anyone in Pulaski, Mike?
I'll be working with the Music Connection there. We play on Saturday afternoon.
Okay.
It's a little bit different this year. They're just doing one band in the afternoon over in the building. And then, of course, the usual rotation that they have in the two tents there in the Grove at Pulaski. But, man, what a great fest. Just a fantastic festival.
Gotcha. Do you have a favorite band that you never performed with or played with but always wanted to, past or present? And it could be even in a different genre. It doesn't have to be in Dutchman or any polka-related bands.
I mentioned them before as one of the favorites of everybody in Music Connection, and that's the Mavericks. I have never seen a band performing live that has as much fun as that band does, and I just absolutely love it. It would have been amazing to be able to perform with them in some way. And then in the polka world, if to play with the News would just have been an absolute fantastic treat, especially in the 90s when they featured the two trumpets, Mike Burka and Tom Picciano, plus Tommy Wunderlich on sax. To be able to play with a band like that would just be beyond. I don't think I'd be able to sleep for a week afterwards.
Super solid. I mean, what a group. What a group is an understatement, I guess. Do you have a most memorable gig that you played? Maybe it was a hugely populated attendance, or maybe it was the band that you were working with was firing on all 8 cylinders and the band sounded really hot. Do you have a favorite memorable gig that you can share with us?
A bunch come to mind, but there's probably 2 or 3. You mentioned because of attendance. I'm originally from Durant, Iowa, and my hometown had a polka fest for many, many, many years. That started in 1973, actually, was the very first polka fest. And I can't remember if it was 1977 or 1978. They set an attendance record there. That festival always ran for 2 days. It was a Friday night and a Saturday all day long. And the way they did that festival is they actually blocked off the main street in town. They blocked off 4 blocks and set up flatbed semi-trailers along there. And the flatbeds were at the various intersections of each block between the avenues and Main Street. And that year, we played that night as the Polka Chips, and we were at the corner by the Liberty Trust and Savings Bank there in town. And at one point, we got to the end of a set, and we looked down the street, and you could not see a gap in the people for 4 blocks. The attendance for that weekend that year is either 77 or 1978 was nearly 30,000 people.
Oh, just a small crowd. It's a shame that you have to play for so little.
Oh my goodness!
30,000.
Just
Come on,
absolutely,
Mike.
I have never seen anything like that before or since.
I don't think I ever have either.
Yeah,
Wow.
so that one definitely sticks in my mind. Back in late 2000s, like 2008, somewhere in that neighborhood, I played with Carl and the Country Dutchman. We were in Washington, D.C. at the Kennedy Center. And just that one is so memorable just because of the venue. You've seen it on TV as the Kennedy Center honors, and you know what it looks like from that. But when you walk into there in person and look around, you can just feel all of the arts and entertainment that has been through there over the years. And that was for there was I think it ran for a whole month. It was sort of a celebration of the arts. And at the time, the theater there in the Kennedy Center, the Eisenhower Theater, had just been remodeled. So it was like a grand opening of that newly remodeled theater. And they had a month-long celebration of the arts and entertainment there in the Kennedy Center. And Mr. Rick March, who was with Wisconsin Public Radio at the time, he knew Carl's band, and he was on the Wisconsin Arts Board, and that's how we got into that Kennedy Center job. Is he happened to know the band, and he suggested us as a representative of the Upper Midwest for that.
That is awesome. Hey, some people are chiming in here on Facebook, including your lovely bride. She says, "Oh, by the way, he's filling in with Diversico on Friday."
Oh yeah, that's at Pulaski.
Yeah.
Yep. Craig gave me a call and said we're in need of a trumpet player, and all he had to do is tell me that I'd be playing next to Danny Matea.
Oh.
Yeah, he's going to have him on clarinet and sax for that job, and all he had to say was, "You're going to be playing next to Danny." So I've got my work cut out for me, but that's a thrill for me. So I couldn't help but say yes. Yeah.
What an animal on sax and clarinet, and of course vocals. Man, loved him with the Downtown Sound, and of course he's playing with John Gura a good bit too now. Fills in a lot with John, but what an amazing guy. We've actually reached out to him with his schedule. It's really crazy. We've got him. We also have Lori that we want to get a chance to chat with. And, of course, our buddy is making a promo for us for Frankenmuth for Summer Music Fest. And that's Johnny Kravich, because he is going to be performing with Freeze Dried. He's getting the guys back together again, and the girls, the Icicles. That's going to be phenomenal as well. Were you guys going to be able to get out there?
I'm not sure if we're going to be able to make that or not. We're still working on the details of all of that.
Sure.
But, Freeze Dried has always been such an entertaining band. I absolutely love it. And, of course, it's a band full of great horn players as well. So how can I not like it? Yeah.
Yeah, most definitely. And, we're seeing different pictures here. And we also saw a picture of you and your bride, literally, it looks like on your wedding day. And you got a little boy over there to her right, which, of course, had a little pillow there. And you and I were talking briefly before we went on that you had a bunch of kids there at your wedding with pillows. Tell us a little bit about, well, first of all, how long have you been married? I don't like to ask personal questions, but how long have you guys been married?
It'll be 16 years here. So, yeah. It was August 1st, 2009.
Awesome.
And we had a wedding that Kim really wanted to involve the kids in our lives. Now, we don't have kids of our own, but there's still some great kids in our lives that we know. She has nephews, and they were in the wedding, and she has a godson and his sister. They were both in the wedding as well. And of course, Craig stood up for that ceremony, and so Christopher needed to be a part of that as well. And Lori was in it too. So, all in the family, and every one of the kids had something to do. They all, the guys all carried pillows with the rings sewn onto them, attached onto them. And actually, it was a funny thing. We went to a graduation party for Kim's godson, Jack.
All right.
And it's I don't know how it came up, but sometime during the day, Jack all of a sudden said, "Oh, I still have that pillow." And our jaws hit the floor, because it's not like it's something that, a teenage boy would have hung on to, it just doesn't strike you as something that he would have kept, but just really touched our hearts that he still had that. Wow. And we actually got a picture with that too. We didn't send that one to you, but we have a picture from that day. He actually went out and pulled out the pillow, and we all got together with the people from his family that were in the wedding. So lots of fun.
That is awesome. Mike, I have to apologize. We're hitting the 6 o'clock hour East Coast. I got still a lot more questions for you, or have a lot more questions for you. Can we keep you on the line here just for maybe another 10, 15 minutes? I apologize.
Well, sure. That's perfectly fine. It's a rainy day here, so
it is.
I can't be outside doing the yard work or anything.
Whew. Hey, who did you idolize growing up, Mike?
Oh, I would have to say, especially in the polka world, I have to name a band, actually, not necessarily a person, or maybe I need to do both. I don't know. But as a band, I absolutely idolized Ray Dorsner's Rainbow Valley Dutchman. Mm-hmm. I saw them for the first time in 1973 at that Polka Fest in my hometown. And I stood in front of that flatbed trailer and watched those guys play set after set after set. And the band just swung like nothing else, and so tight together. And the thing that struck me was they all made it look so easy. They were playing these arrangements that had these crazy key changes to keys like A flat and G flat and all kinds of things, and they just made it look like it was, yesterday's breakfast. Really simple and really easy. But the arrangements and the tightness of that band were just unbelievable. And not easy to play, but I just admired the heck out of all of them. Then as an individual, Mr. Don Burkhart was a trumpet player that I got to know when I was playing with Carl and the Country Dutchman. Don played in the service, and like many of the musicians that played horn, especially in the service, when they came out, they were just unbeatable when it comes to being able to sight read and play amazing things. And he worked in the 1950s with a band called Bave Wagner, and one that you probably do recognize, the Whoopie John Orchestra. He played in the 1950s with them after he got out of the service. And then with Carl and the Country Dutchman, who I played with, and Brian Briggan, actually, played with him in the 1970s. And Don was just a fantastic musician. Great horn player, trumpet, trombone, and a vocalist beyond compare. And I really looked up to him a lot, and still do, even though he's not with us anymore. So,
well, God bless him. God rest his soul. A lot of our musical talents have left us, unfortunately, over the past several years, and most recently this year. It's just amazing. It really,
Yeah,
really is.
this has been a really tough year.
Yeah.
And even especially recently, we've gotten a lot of news of musicians that I've known, some of them for many years. Matter of fact, I think you just saw the news of Ron Matterney from Nebraska.
Yes.
Known Ron for decades and decades, and actually still play a bunch of the songs that he wrote over the years. So fantastic musician. Loved being with him.
Unreal. Our buddy, Mike Burka that we lost, Tommy Wonderlick.
Yep.
Just some great guys. We just recently lost, just a few days ago, Mr. Pete Chacho,
Yeah.
accordionist extraordinaire. And I do mean that sincerely, because I had a lot of conversations with Pete over the years. But, we're losing way, way too many, and, too soon, a lot of them. Hey, do you have a favorite song that you like to sing or play when you're on stage?
Oh goodness. Boy, that's a tough question. There are a lot of them that really kind of get me going, and I like those. One with Ray Dorscher's Rainbow Valley Dutchman that I was just talking about, Pee Wee's Polka, and there's another that they tend to play late in the night after the crowd is sort of all wound up and everything. And Ray used to dedicate it actually to my ex-mother-in-law. It was called the Old Lady Polka. Very, very fun to play. With Carl's band on accordion, I mentioned before that I love playing duets with people if I can. I do a duet with Carl called the Ceiling Kicker Polka. And there were folks that followed Carl around a lot, and that was their favorite song. They asked for it a lot. And let's see, if I switch to Polish, with Craig's band, Chocolate Soda Chai Chai is always a great tune with Craig's band. And they do a nice little version of Lenny Gomulka's Reminiscing Time as well. It's really fun to do. So
interesting. And I always like to ask this too. I take it you are still working, or are you retired?
I am actually retired.
Good for you.
I was fortunate to be able to do that, but prior to that, I worked in IT and operations in the banking industry I'd have to add up the years here, probably 36, 37 years, something to that effect. So.
Oh, that is great. That really is. Holy smokes.
It's surprising, when you ask musicians that question, a lot of times it tends to be that they work in some sort of technical field of one sort or another.
Yes.
Computers or accounting or some side that uses the logical part of their brain as opposed to the creative part. So
now, do you prefer to read music, Mike, or do you prefer to play by ear?
Well, I like my security blanket, so reading the music is perfectly fine with me. And I've gotten pretty good at it. When I was playing with Ray's band over the years, he was famous for, actually his son was famous for writing a new arrangement and bringing it along, and the first time you got to play it was the first time you got to see it. So you kind of got good at it over the years.
Ouch. That's one thing that I never did. I never really did learn how to read music. I know how to read chords and stuff like that for keyboards, but as far as individual notes on trumpet or bass or anything like that, it's just I like playing by ear. That is my kind of safety blanket. If I get off on the wrong foot or the wrong note, I can at least grab something in there. Hey, so Mike, do you have a most embarrassing moment on stage?
One that I would admit to.
Well, you can thank our buddy Bernie Kozlowski out there in Minnesota, because when we had done a bunch of interviews, and Bernie saw me a couple of years ago at U.S.P.A. and said, you know what would be nice is why don't you ask people if they have a most embarrassing moment? So that kind of meets our repertoire whenever we are doing the interviews. But I digress. I interrupted you, so go ahead.
I would have to say my most embarrassing moment on stage is every time I have to play the song called Sioux City Sioux. Because I absolutely hate that song. It's just kind of a throwaway little tune, and it's just a little bit embarrassing every time I have to do it. And of course, Carl Hartwick, Carl and Country Dutchman, him being my ex-brother-in-law, he always loved to embarrass me as much as possible. So we'd play it every single time, every job, sometimes more than once. So.
Good gosh. What is the latest recording that you're on right now, Mike?
Let me think here. I think one of the last ones I would have done was actually with Craig's band.
Okay.
Yep. I haven't recorded in a little while with anyone. We talked about it with the Music Connection, but everybody's lives get busy, and we didn't quite get to it. We were actually hoping for last fall at the time. So one of those might be in the works yet coming up here.
Gotcha. Well, we are slowly here coming to a close, and again, I appreciate your time. I thank you so much, Mike, and please apologize to Kim, but I have a couple more questions yet. Have you played on any cruises?
Oh, yes, yeah. I certainly have.
With who and what were they?
We've done a fair number of the cruises that Molly and Jimmy Sturr put on.
Okay.
And those have always been fun. The first few that I did actually were with the Jim Busta band. That's Molly's dad, and played with that band. Carla was along for some of those from Carl and Country Dutchman, and played with those. I did one or two with Craig Ebel at the time, and the vast majority, though, have been with the Music Connection. We've done a fair number of those, actually nice. back to back, and have another one coming up here in 2027, January of 2027. We're going to do that one again, and we love it every single time. We have a great time with those. Matter of fact, one of the stories about most memorable gigs that I've played is from a cruise. There was one that we were on that John Gura had put together an all-star band to play on one of the cruises, and the second day that they were to play, his trumpet player couldn't make it, and he asked me at the bar. We happened to be there at happy hour. I was standing at the bar, and he happened to walk up after I had several at happy hour already, and asked me whether or not I'd be interested in playing with the band that day. And of course, having had a few at happy hour, I said, sure, no problem, not thinking about what I was getting myself into. So that was a tough job, but absolutely loved it at the time. We had a great time doing it, and it turned out quite well. Trying to keep up with Richie Coyce on trumpet is a real challenge, because he was playing with the band that day. So he filled me in as best he could, because there was no music for that band, and we really pulled it off. I got to sing harmony with John Gura, so that's hard to beat as well.
Hear, hear. Hey, Lynn from Minnesota, she had asked a question. Jerry had just wrote this down. Do you have what is the most famous place that you performed?
Oh, goodness. Before I talked about the Kennedy Center, that's the one that comes to mind for me.
And that's the one with the 30,000 people, right?
Well, no, Durant was the one with the 30,000 people
Oh,
there.
Durant. Okay.
The Kennedy Center was the one that I played for the Arts Across America celebration.
Okay, gotcha.
Yep, yep. So I don't know. Linda might be thinking of something else, but maybe she can remind me at the time, and I'll send you a note.
No, that's fine. So, next to my last question, and you've heard this asked a few times, do you have a favorite breakdown story? Do you have at least
Oh,
one?
I, it, we've had several breakdowns over the years.
Well, let's go ahead and hear a couple of them.
Well, my breakdown story that I'm going to give you first is not a broken vehicle, but it's broken bones.
Oh,
Um,
this is going to be unique.
at the Polka Festival in Ellsworth, Wisconsin, which is an absolutely fantastic festival, by the way. I played that one every single year that it existed, starting in 1976, with one band or another. It wasn't always the same band. But I played there a lot. And in 2016, I was there with Carl and the Country Dutchman, and we were camping. We actually brought our trailer and we're camping there on the grounds. They set up an area specifically called Band Camp. And of course, if you stay there, you have to be ready to stay up until 5 o'clock in the morning. But there's never an Ellsworth festival that doesn't have rain at it because it's in the middle of the summer. So it rained early one day, and that afternoon I went out in flip-flops, ended up slipping on some wet grass and fell right on my butt. Unfortunately, my ankle was underneath me at the time.
Ouch.
And when I landed, I heard crunching noises,
Oh, no.
and yeah, that was an interesting day. They took me over to the clinic and took X-rays, and turns out I broke the ankle in two different places and whatnot. So they put me in a boot, and Kim went to get painkillers and crutches and whatever else I needed. And then I played that afternoon and that night with Carl with the foot up on my trumpet case to keep it elevated. So it was an exciting day.
Ouch. Literally, ouch. Unbelievable. And,
Yeah, the ankle still reminds me occasionally that happened.
but how about a breakdown, vehicle-wise? Do you have anything at all?
Oh, probably the most memorable one with Carl's band. For a number of years, we were driving around in a converted school bus. We had gutted all the seats out of the school bus and renovated the inside. It was actually pretty comfortable. Had curtains on the windows and the whole works and whatnot. But being an older bus, the brakes went out of it one day, and we happened to be on an interstate. Of course, in the summertime traveling, you always run into construction areas. So there is a slowdown, and that's the point where we realized there were no brakes left on the bus. So yeah, we were grabbing gears and whatnot, and did our best to avoid people. But to do that, ended up down. We rode the bus down into the median between the four lanes of the interstate, and there we sat and looked around, and everyone was fine and nobody hurt, and that's the good thing.
Thank the Lord for that.
But yeah, you haven't lived until you've ridden a school bus down into the median between the interstate lanes there. So,
Jeez. And my final question to you, Mike, of the interview here, and we also want to make mention that if anybody missed any of this, they can catch it on youtube.com. Go to Polkas After Dark and type in Mike, Cielecki, interview, and it'll bring it right up, and you'll be able to catch that anytime after 7 p.m. Eastern Time right here this afternoon. So your very last question that we have for you, Mike, is what would you say to someone who wants to get involved in music? Maybe they want to be a musician, a front man, a sideman, they want to be vocalist, maybe just be a leader, what advice would you give to that person?
First and foremost is learn as much as you possibly can about the fundamentals of playing whatever instrument you decide to pursue. It doesn't matter what that is. And I put that one first because it's something that I didn't do enough of when I was first getting started. I wish I would have paid more attention to that because I could be a better player than I am today. But that's first and foremost, because that makes the rest of it a lot easier than it could be. And then after that, my best advice once you are playing is listen as much as you play. Being in a band and making music, it's not a contest to see who can play the best or the loudest or any of those things. It's about working together. And to do that as a band, you have to listen to each other as much as you play.
Nice. You have to feed off of each other.
Exactly. Well, you know what that feels like. You've been in enough great bands over the years that when all the cylinders are firing and everybody is really together, it's just an amazing feeling, and it's fantastic every single time. There was a musician by the name of Chick Corea. He was a jazz musician, piano player, that had a band called Return to Forever, played for a lot of years. They kind of put together several different genres, kind of jazz and Latin and rock together. But at one point he published a list, and it's called The 16 Pieces of Cheap But Good Advice for Playing Music in a Group. And that's my best advice to people who are thinking about getting into music, is read that list and follow it, because it talks about a lot of great things. So, and one of those is listen before you play.
Gotcha. Well, again, Michael, we can't thank you enough for spending the afternoon with us. We usually like to do a half an hour, but your story was just so amazing and compelling that we had to make sure that we shared everything with everybody here. Hey, we love you guys. Thank you so very much, both you and Kim, for allowing us to use you for this past almost hour already. Holy smokes. But where are we going to see you again? Where are you going to be next? Are you going to, besides Pulaski?
Let's see. After that, we've got several county fairs that we're playing with Music Connection. Got that coming up. All those are in central Wisconsin for the most part. Always a lot of fun. We have great time with that. We just finished up a couple of different polka festivals here the last couple of weeks. So a busy summer here for Music Connection.
Beautiful. And are you and Kim going to be at any location like I.P.A.? You did mention Frankenmuth is still up in the air, but anything like that? You going to Springs?
We're hoping to get to I.P.A. I have never been to Springs, believe it or not. Kim has several times, but I have never made it there. I should have gone last year because the 50th, and that would have been great to been at. But we hope to get to I.P.A. And hopefully Frankenmuth as well.
Beautiful. Well, hopefully Jerry and I will get a chance to cross paths with you guys. But again, we love you. Thank you so very, very much for being here on Polkas After Dark for the interview. Again,
thanks
best to Kim.
Yep, thanks so much, Robin. It has been an absolute pleasure.
Well, thank you again. And again, thanks for taking the time. And I'm glad when I reached out to you, you said, yeah, I'd love to do that. And it's funny, too, because, Mike, you mentioned, nobody's going to really relate to the music with the Dutchman. That you said, you're playing all the Chicago style and Eastern style. Well, let me tell you something. We had a good crowd here today. So it was nice to be able to have people and share the different genres of polka music.
Well, thank you very much. I absolutely love them all. I will listen to any and all of them as long as they're played well,
Here. Hey, all right, sir. We will talk to you. Have a great week.
All right, you too. Thanks so much.
Love you guys. Bye-bye.
Yep, bye-bye.
Hey there. Yes, sirree, there is Ray Dorschner and the Rainbow Valley Dutchman. Hey, once again, folks, we want to make sure that we thank Michael once again for coming out here and having a blast with us today on Polkas After Dark. We are extremely honored to have had the opportunity to chat with him. And again, we have to apologize to Kim because we took some precious time away from those kids for sure today. But they also have the rest of the rainy day. He said it was raining outside, so he wasn't able to do yard work or anything, and that's, whew, thank gosh it was raining. Yeah, I love it when it rains here, too. I know exactly how you feel there, Michael.
Oh, you can't cut the grass.
Polka music at its finest. You're watching Polkas After Dark. Hey, we've got a whole bunch of things coming up, but we want to share some of these things with you right now.
August 21, 22, and 23. Zabava. The Dynabrass. Cosmics. Dennis Poliski and the Maestros Men. Frankie Lishka and Blue Magic. The 33rd year for Holy Trinity's Zabava. All of the Polish food and bakery items are homemade. And if we happen to run out one year, we just make more. Like 16,000 pierogi last year. We won't let you go home hungry. And of course, the magic of this outdoor event is the incredible entertainment we present each year.
Oh, who likes Zabava? We like Zabava. Our favorite Polish fest.
Holy Trinity Zabava, ranked one of the best ethnic parish festivals in the nation. So mark your calendar for August 21, 22, and 23. Zabava, East 23rd and Reed, Erie, PA. For more information, go to holytrinityrc.org.
Hey, that's right, and that's coming up. That's right around the corner. And of course, what else is around the corner is the IPA Festival.
Get ready to feel the beat of the biggest polka party of the year. The 58th Annual IPA Festival is coming to you this Labor Day weekend at the Doubletree by Hilton Hotel Pittsburgh Cranberry. Join us for a weekend-long celebration with an incredible lineup of legends and favorites like Dennis Poliski and the Maestros Men, the Eddie Foreman Orchestra, Frankie Lishka and Blue Magic, Jerry Kaminsky's Polka Network, the IPA Tribute Band, Jimmy Weber and the Sounds Reunion, Jody Maddie and the Uptown Sound, John Goda and Gorale, the Polka Country Musicians, the Polka Family, and the Twin City Sounds. It's more than just a festival. Be a part of history as we honor excellence at the prestigious IPA Hall of Fame and Awards banquet. Join us for a heartfelt polka mass on Sunday, and for a different kind of swing, join the always scenic IPA golf outing. Dance, connect, and celebrate with us. For all the latest information, visit IPApolkas.com. It's the event of the season you don't want to miss. So make your plans, and we'll see you at the 58th Annual IPA Festival this Labor Day weekend.
And again, we always say it, Jerry and I, make sure that you make your reservations now, because if you're not able to attend, you can always cancel it. But if you want to go out there and have a great time at any of these events, whether it's Seven Springs, Zabava, IPA, anything that you're looking to head out to, make sure that you do that and call and make the hotel reservation, because it can easily be canceled, but you can't make a reservation at the last minute if everything is all sold out. Hey, let's bring up a song right now by Carl and the Country Dutchman. No, don't do that, please. No, don't do it.
Too many people talking in too many different ways. Looks like the politicians got it sewn up today. But 100 years from now, where are they gonna be? So whatever's making you sad today won't matter when you leave. Take a look around you. Don't let the world bring you down. Take a look at yourself. Let a smile replace a frown. Trouble is something we've got too much of. Try to find something new. Rivers and rainbows, God's creations out there waiting for you. Get up on your feet, get them to move, and take a holiday from the blues. Swim in the river, fly over the rainbow. What have you got to lose? Take a look around you. Don't let the world bring you down. Take a look at yourself. Let a smile replace a frown. Take a look at the good that could make you glad you're living. Take a look at you and me. There's more love we could be given. If it's love that's making you sad, then it's not the love you need. Love is supposed to make you happy. Go out and find the love you need. Get up on your feet, get them to moving on down the line. Let your love go for everybody, don't you think it's about time? Take a look around you. Don't let the world bring you down. Take a look around you. Let a smile replace a frown. Take a look around you. Don't let the world bring you down. Take a look at yourself. Let a smile replace a frown. Take a look around you. Don't let the world bring you down. Take a look around you. Let a smile replace a frown. Take a look around you. Don't let the world bring you down. Take a look at yourself. Let a smile replace a frown.
Hey, great polka music right here on Polkas After Dark. Don't forget to join us next weekend, because we have another great individual that's going to be on with us on Sunday. His name is Emil Pohodich, and he's going to be here entertaining us on Polkas After Dark. Emil, of course, the famed accordion slash bass player slash guitar player for the Trelltones, Andy Fennis and the Trelltones. And also, don't forget, next week, Saturday, that's the 4th of July, we will not be here. We will actually be down at Sunset Bay with Danny, and we do want to make sure that we let everybody know that we will not be here once again on Saturday, but we will be here on Sunday. Hey, we also want to make mention of this big festival coming up.
It's time to make plans for the Summer Music Fest in Frankenmuth, Michigan, August 12th through the 15th. 4 days with some of the nation's most popular polka bands, including Polka Family, Frankie Lischka and Blue Magic, polka country musicians, Lenny Gomulka and Chicago Push, New Brass Express, Stephanie, America's Polka Sweetheart, Dennis Polisky and the Maestros Men, John Gutta and Gorali, Live It Up, a Little Wally musical tribute, New Generation, Dyna Brass, Jerry Kamitsky's Polka Network, and Freeze Dried, along with the Icicles and their Frozen in Time reunion, held in the huge 28,000 square foot Harvey-Kurt Pavilion with the biggest wooden dance floor around. Music, drink, food, friends, and fun are all part of Frankenmuth, Michigan's #1 tourist attraction and one of the nation's premier polka events, the Summer Music Fest. For all the information, go to frankenmuthfestivals.com or call us at 1-800-BUNFEST. The Summer Music Fest in Frankenmuth, Michigan, August 12th through the 15th. The Summer Music Fest is brought to you in part by Drury Hotels and Fabiano Brothers.
Hey, there you go. And again, that's going to be a great, great time, as it always is. The Summer Music Fest in Frankenmuth, Michigan. And once again, make your reservations now so that you'll be able to attend. Hey, Jerry, go ahead and give a big shout out to some of the folks here in the chat rooms on Facebook Live and also our YouTube channel.
We are going to start out by saying good evening to Wide World of Trains, Lynn from Min, Kim C. Cielecki. I don't know why I've got a problem with that. There is something wrong with me.
And no, it's not it.
Ed Ryeski is with us, Mr. Jeff Yash, and Dana Lynn okay, yeah, that's it. He's here with us too.
Oh, wow. How about in Facebook? Who's
we
hanging out with
have
us?
David Maguda. We have my brother Dan, now Beach Bum Dan.
Oh, he's in here?
He's in the chat room, absolutely.
Ask him what the evening looks like down there. And make
I'm sure he can hear you.
Oh, okay. Hey, Dan, what's the evening look like down there? Because Jerry and I are thinking that at 7 o'clock, in just about 20 minutes when we are finished, we're going to come and bombard you and bring some hot dogs for your grill.
We have both Mike and Kim are in here hanging out still. Chris Ebel's with us. And Freddie
Edelmeyer. Boy, you're having a difficult time
I'm
today,
not even
aren't you?
drinking. That's the sad thing.
Oh, well, maybe you need to be.
Arlene Govronski's with us.
Your second mom.
And B1 and Jackie are hanging out.
Bernie's here.
And
he must have
Andy
snuck in during
Haverlick.
the he must have snuck in during the interview.
He did.
More than likely.
We have the Raymakers with us.
Yeah.
Yay.
They're getting excited about their big shindig that's coming up, not only for Pulaski Days, but also we are looking forward to getting that brand new CD.
Did you see that Xander played for a wedding today?
No, I didn't.
I think it was today. But he was playing outside the church as the bride walked in. And then at the end of the ceremony, because that represented the bride, and at the end they had Irish music playing.
Ah, great.
So I thought that was really cool. Really, really cool.
Here.
I'm on
I get
Anna.
You're Anna,
Yeah.
Anna. Good.
Yep.
That's good.
That's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Danny says,
Take a week
sun and
off.
sand. He'll be there with sandals on.
There you go.
We have Lynn Steen Brown with us.
Hey,
Good
hello,
evening
Lynn.
to you, Valerie Soul. Trying to get the people that we didn't say earlier.
Well, let's see here. Ray Yaroshinsky and Marianne. Chris Ebel, of course, always great to see you here. Paul Gajewski and his missus. We're going to say hello to you guys. Let's see, Marianne is here, and Neil. So we're going to see them real soon, as a matter of fact. Evan Bozzarelli, Marty Olshansky is hanging out with us. And CJ Jadosh is here as well, so we want to say howdy. We've got a couple more tunes that we're going to be playing here, folks, before we wind down. But as always, at this time, when Jerry and I get a chance to say this, we thank you guys ever so much for putting us on. And if you've been listening in your car,
thanks for the ride.
if you've been listening at the beach, thanks for the swing.
To shake off your feet.
Get this hand out of
Get this sand out your butt.
Well, that too, okay.
Take a dip.
Hey, here
I don't know.
You are a dip. Here we go. Here's the music connection. Give me a kiss, polka. Hey, once again, good afternoon to Irene Chacho.
And I'll sing you a song. Give me a hug, and the singing will go on, and give me your love, and I'll always be true to the words, the melody, and you. Give me your hand, and I'll give you a ring. Give me a look, and you'll know just what I'm really singing. Give me your heart, and I'll always be true to the words, the wedding ring, and you.
Hey, and once again, hello to Dave and Faitha Lubovinsky. Hey, also Chris Wanyo is here, David O'Brien, Teddy Collada once again, Andrew Haverlick.
True to the words, the wedding ring, and you.
Hello to Mr. Matt Misiak. Hey, call me when you get a chance this week, sir, after 5.
I send a tune right out to her the first day that we met. She said, "You're great, I love you, you're the best that I've heard yet." Then someone said, "Don't listen, Ed, she's gonna do you wrong." She said this same the lush and stir when they played her a song. Love is like the wheel of fortune spinning round and round. One day you're way up on top, the next you're on the ground. All love abounds with ups and downs, and this one's not the end. I'll pick me up, I'll dust me off and bounce right back again. I'll pick me up, I'll dust me off and bounce right back again. And now she's gone and I'm alone, and from the way I feel, it's hard for me to realize our love was never real. But I'll give love another chance like someone said to do. I'll try again, maybe then our next love will be true. Love is like the wheel of fortune spinning round and round. One day you're way up on top, the next you're on the ground. All love abounds with ups and downs, and this one's not the end. I'll pick me up, I'll dust me off and bounce right back again. I'll pick me up, I'll dust me off and bounce right back again. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. The Wheel of Fortune Polka. Please stop the world, I forgot to climb aboard. I was dancing the polka while people shout and roar. Listening to the music, sharp as the sword. Oh, please stop the world. I'll teach the whole wide world to sing a little song, hoping that someday polkas be restored. Oh, please stop the world, I forgot you flying aboard. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, Stop the World Polka, and that's from our album, The Wide, Wide World of Polkas.
Plug it in. I'll just show you how it works. Play this, and you'll see what it sounds like.
Its happy rhythm makes you feel so fine. It's got that touch of happiness. You smile, it cheers you up. There's nothing like the polka, any place or any time.